Hello and welcome to It's Hockey Night. I'm your host Brenton, and this is the sim play-in rounds for the Stanley Cup. We have the matchup today of the Florida Panthers versus the New York Islanders. The only real omission on either side is Pelech. For the Islanders, we don't think he's coming back from his Achilles injury in time. We're not entirely sure, because Lord knows how long this epidemic's going to go for. But anyway, we're going to jump straight in to Game 1, baby. I'm excited. Put your predictions in the comments below. Obviously, before it all starts, who do you think's going to win? It's going to be a real barn burner, this one. If you haven't already watched, there's two other videos up. The Rangers and the Hurricanes and the Penguins played Montreal. So we're well and truly on the East Coast, ready to rock and roll here. No players yet to get COVID during this tournament, mostly because it's all simulated through EA Sports NHL, and that would be very morbid if one of them got it. Like, I feel like EA would have to go there individually to give them the virus, and it seems like a lot of paperwork and a real vendetta on that player if EA is doing that, and I don't think they're going to do that. So, you know what, we'll move on from that. But we have Game 1 here underway. Let's see where this all takes us. This is going to be very interesting, I feel, as this commentator grabs his coffee. Delicious. I knew I could have a coffee break. I knew there'd be no goal scored. I just knew it. Hoobadoo! Hoobadow! Hooby-dooby-dooby-doo! Makes it 1-0 Florida Panthers way. I actually think the Florida Panthers will win this whole thing in probably like 4 games, is what I'm thinking. I am recording this live, so this isn't a I know the result sort of situation. But, oh, wow. Korvula. I always struggle with that name. Makes it 1-1. Why can't the easy names score? Why can't it ever just be Jones? Why can't it just be Jones? But anyway, we're fine. So another goal, so it is 1-1. The new free agent, this is where the free agent goalies all landed. So Valovov and Bobrovsky, this is where they landed. So it is the free agent goalie off. Who made the right decision? Oh, Hoffman scores a big goal. A big goal to score. You know, he's really coming back from his time in Ottawa. Obviously, that whole trade and that whole saga, but oh, wow, and it's 3-2. The Islanders made it 2-2, and in between me saying, oh boy, Huberdeau scores, there is no time left on the clock, and the Florida Panthers are going to go up by 1. That was huge. What a game. What a game that was. 3-2 for Game 1. Game 1, it's usually pretty important in these best of 5s. Again, no spoilers on the other ones, but that Game 1 has really does come out, but we'll see what happens here. We're going to Game 2. It is very important to tie up Game 2. Very, very important. I have a feeling that when this is legitimately happening, if you're a goose egg at the end of this, Walmark, big goal there. Oh, and just immediately responded by Nelson, whose picture makes him look like a serial killer. But that's fine. I'm sure he's a nice guy. But his picture's not good. And a goal by Anders Lee, who always seems to score against the Penguins for some reason. And, and Kavula. Oh, I'm going to struggle with that name. Anyway, 3-1 by the end of it. So the Islanders have definitely responded. Their coach wanted more from them. Going into Game 2, they have responded a couple of more shots, but most of all, they're not really getting saves from Bob, the Panthers, so it is 3-1. Like I said, this is a must-win game for them. You can't go 2 Cobb down. Can't go 2 Cobb down. Nick Leddy from the defense, and it is now 5-1. Beauvillier makes it 5-1. And it is, 6-1 Nelson. What is happening with Bob? Martin scores! You're letting goals by Matt Martin in. It is 7-1. This is, and you know, before this game starts, you start to think to yourself, alright, the Florida Panthers are up by a game. You know, it's looking their way. And then by the end of the second period, momentum is all with the Islanders. They are going to win this game. And then they are going to have the momentum for the rest of the series. But moving on. I mean, it's pretty much just all in the bag here. Barkov brings back a goal for Pride, but immediately the Pride is taken away, out back and tortured a little bit. Pistol whipped and shot 3 times. It was Josh Bailey just scored and made it 8-2. This is a massacre, an absolute mauling, and just a massive UFC-style knockout blow. It is 1-1 in this series. I know that game only counts for 1 win, but it just feels like that game may count for more. 8-2. I predicted the Panthers would win this. I now am regretting that decision, because it looks like the Islanders have the momentum. We start game 3 here. And now it's starting to move along here. Again, no real early goals. Teams have really tried to find their way here. It's 1-0 now. Sari scores. That's that guy that scored like 4 goals in his first game or whatever it was, right? Or like very early on in his career. 1-0. Matheson, 2-0. So the Panthers may be able to win this. It'll be big. I think if they lose this, they were just going to get steamrolled in the next game. But it looks like they've recovered. 3-0, Huberdeau, who's been big this tournament. Well, this play-in round has been quite big. 4-0, Connolly. Wow, 4-0. So it looks like it's a very different series than the other two. There has been 5-0. Dadanov. This is unbelievable. It was one mauling and then another mauling. Just as you thought momentum was going one way, the momentum has been taken away and has very much shifted. Pajot scores, Barzell scores. It's all too little too late, but... And Stillman makes sure that it's just done. it's just finished. It's 7-2. So they look at the 8 goals that the Islanders put on and say, oh yeah, well we can put on 7, which isn't quite as much. That is a big win now. It is 2-1 in the series to the Florida Panthers. And yeah, pretty much if the Panthers win this next game, that's it. No spoilers, but every other series has finished in 4 games thus far. We've only played 2 of them, but they've all finished in 4. So can this buck the trend? Can we get a game 5? We've also only had 1 overtime this tournament too, thus far, which is very interesting. But here we go. 1-0 Barkov. Big goal. Big goal, and then Eberle makes sure that they might be able to fight another day. They might be able to force this game 5 because of Jordan Eberle. Oh, Gomerov, 2-1. Uncle Leo. Oh no, and Barkov. Barkov makes it 2-2. So it's well and truly on here. It is well and truly on. Who can do it? And the Panthers go up. Vitrino, big goal. That is a big goal. Big goal. Walmark makes it 4-2. They're getting some secondary scoring. And then, Boulevier. Oh, I always struggle with that name too. 4-3. Kavula makes it 4-4. So all of a sudden you got a big game. You got a massive game here. 4-4. I thought that was done with two to go. What a barn burner this is. What an absolute barn burner this series has been. It's pretty much at this point next goal wins. Is that next goal Florida and we go home? We move on to the next round, or is the next goal the Islanders? We see who lives another day. It is overtime. We hit the play button on overtime. It slowly counts it down. Slowly counting it down. Where's this goal coming from? The shots are starting to pile up a little bit. More on the Islanders side. Oh, power play! Gets killed off. Big kill by the Islanders. And that's the end of the first period. So the first period of overtime is done. We go to the second period. And it is over. I think the Islanders won. The Islanders have won. Andy Green, of all players in overtime, has scored and won the game for them to force a game 5. Oh man, just the Just the cries, the celebrations as they come off the bench to make sure there's another game in double overtime. That is so clutch. And here we go for the last period. The last game. The last period. The last game here. Winner takes it all. Winner moves on. Yet to find out who they play, because we haven't seen the play-in tournament. That 4 round robin thing. But let's see. No goals in the first. No goals in the first. Okay, so goalies have been perfect. This is it. This is for all the marbles. Winner takes all here. Winner gets to move on. The other ones get to play golf, if in their state golf is allowed. Brendan Nelson. Big goal there for the Islanders. They go up. And it is tied again. Barkov. What a series this has been. This has been like 2 massive blowouts. Barkov again. He's probably going to be player of the round. Player of this series. He's scored fairly often and fairly regularly. Does he have the game-winning goal, the series-winning goal? Does he have it? No, he doesn't. Anders Lee destroys that. It is 2-2. Oh, my God. Bazell ties it. It's 3-3. This is unbelievable. This is actually unbelievable. Is this going to overtime? Is it overtime to see who moves on? It is. It's overtime to see who moves. Oh my God! It is overtime to see who moves on. Here we go, and we're off. We're off. Next goal. That's it. That's it. It's next goal, and we're halfway through. 37 shots to 27. Hasn't been a shot in like 10 minutes. There's a power play. Florida kill it off. Well, that's nervous for the fans in Florida. I mean, they've been so close so often, Florida. Are they going to fall short again? Are they about to fall short? And no, they are not. They are going through. Dadonov is the hero in overtime. It is 4-3. The Florida Panthers are moving on. And yet again, the bottom seed wins. Again, no spoilers, but this has happened before. In the other 2 games that have been recorded. So I'm not going to say how many times, but I just can let you know it's definitely happened once. Wowee. Wowee, wow, wow is all I'm going to say there. What a series that was. Let's go through some of the stats and we'll see where it all kind of transpired. But I think Barkov is going to have a big score. Yeah, he is the leader there. 9 points in 5 games. That's just big from him. Massive from him. Huberdeau as well, 5 points, 3 goals, 6 assists. Nelson did pretty well. Just go through, but let's take a look at the goalies. I think that might really tell the tale. Bear in mind, both these goalies were the free agent goalies, and none of them got over 900. I mean, I know they both got blown out in games, but yeah, the bigger free agent goalie was Bobrovsky. Came up pretty big. Panthers are going through. There's been so much heartache for the last few years for them. So to be able to get through and be able to play is massive in the postseason. They're off to the playoffs. They're off. They're racing, the Panthers. But if you did enjoy this, guys, hit the like button. Were you right with your prediction? Put that in the comments down below. Otherwise, this is It's a Hockey Night. I'm Brenton. This is obviously NHL 20. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you and bye.